Hi everyone, welcome back to Get Ready With Me, Louise. So today I'm excited because I got the new Melt palettes in from Sephora. I got them yesterday, or the day before. Yesterday. Yeah, I got them both in yesterday. The Gemini and the Gemini 2. We're going to play with Gemini 2 because that's new. This one's been out before. I don't know if they reformulated or not. I don't have this particular palette though. I don't have either one of them, obviously, until now. But with that said, you can get it off of the Melt Cosmetics website or Sephora. And I've been sitting here thinking about this because I just don't know. I just don't know. This is the look we're going to be doing on this eye so you can see how it performs and stuff. I have some things from Melt. Like, I have their Beetlejuice collection. She's in Parties. I have two of the stacks and this little thing, the Buzzkill blush, and blush is what it says, but to me it's a blush and a highlighter topper, but that's what it looks like right there. And I am wearing that today on my cheeks. I like that. I do like that. I actually want to get another color of this. I can't think of the name of the one I want, but I do like it. But let's go ahead and get started so that maybe I can show and describe this palette. But I'm not going to make promises, okay? So the palette is beautiful, stunning. Both of them, completely stunning. I mean, the flowers, it's raised packaging, it's so pretty, so pretty. And then this is what the palette looks like inside. Let's see. There we go. So you got like a maroon peachy side, and then, or pinky peachy to darker maroon, and then into your green. This is a very beautiful color story. I think you can get two separate looks out of it, obviously. Way more. I mean, you're going to either have a more burgundy maroon side or a more leaning green side. Both sides, though, are grungy, and Melt, I believe, is known for that. I did play with some of their, I did play with the Beetlejuice Palace, and I did play with the She's in Parties, and I found the She's in Parties to be on the grungier side of like the purple pink color story. And the Beetlejuice, I really honestly, I don't remember it. I'm not a fan of the formula, but I don't find it particularly easy to work with as a beginner. So when I see all these pretty looks out of these palettes and they're beautiful, I want them. Okay, just like I wanted this palette here because I've seen so many pretty looks. But I don't, when I'm purchasing stuff, unfortunately, I'm not thinking, oh, they're a makeup artist. Or, oh, they've been, they're artists, just in general, makeup gurus, whatever you want to they call themselves. Me, on the other hand, there's like a scale of like, say, 1 to 10. Where do you lie in that scale when it comes to your makeup? I'm more of a 2. I think 0 would be you don't even have anything to do with makeup. 1, your basics. And then there's 2, where there's just a little bit of, you're going above, you know what I mean? You're starting to be like, okay, I want to learn type of thing. That's me. Like, I know where my bones are, like structure and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily know that I'm putting makeup in the correct spots, so to say. That's where I'm at. So if that's where you're at, then the palette may or may not be for you, depending on how you do your looks. Now, this is a very dark, grungy, I guess, look that I probably wouldn't wear often, depending on my outfit. Now, with this shirt, yes, it goes great, and I think it looks good with this particular outfit I'm wearing. But on an everyday basis, probably not my look, okay? Even like a date night where you would wear something more, like, This is just dark. There's really no light in it. And if you like light shades, then this probably is not going to be the palette for you unless you bring something else in to it. You know what I mean? When you're doing this look. So let's go ahead and get started. The first shade I went into was Sweetheart. And these shades are pigmented. I mean, one dip. Okay, one dip. I am using my Rapher brushes. I do not know if there's a difference between real and natural when picking up this particular eyeshadow formula. I just use my Rapher brushes. So I can't, say, well, natural hair is probably better than synthetic. I don't know. But I will say that using my Rapher brushes, I don't have a problem with like blending or patchiness, or I didn't even have any problem with fallout, to be honest. And it's been said that the formulas are inconsistent. And again, I can't testify to that because I don't own that much from the brand. Because a lot of the times the color stories just don't speak to me. And that's okay, because I think they got their own, cult following. But they are becoming more popular. And don't get me wrong, I think you can definitely make really pretty, everyday natural looks out of this palette. You're probably just going to have to bring something else into it. So the next shade I'm going to go into is Gemini. Gemellus. I don't know. It's the shade right beside Sweetheart. And we're just going to start to darken up. But yeah, I mean, I had no issues out of this palette. I won't, I'm not going to say that I did, because I didn't. Other than it's a beautiful color story, but I mean, I just like lighter shades when I'm doing my eye looks. Where with this particular palette, and from what I see out of most of them, it's more dark looks that come out of them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that if you're really good with makeup, that may be, your look. Because where I'm not, dark shades kind of scare me a lot. But these, they are pricey, so I don't want anybody to waste their money thinking it's something it's not either. You know what I mean? Because Lord knows I spend enough money to know that sometimes I wish I didn't do it. And I do think that as I get better with makeup and more comfortable with darker shades, that these palettes would be wonderful. Okay, I'm going to go into that same shade, and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. But for me personally, it's like it's such a dark, intense palette that I usually don't go this intense with my looks, I guess would be the way to go. And if I do a pop of color, I'm more up to it wanting to be like a bright pop or some sort of like metallic shimmer or something, but still bright, you know what I mean? Unless I'm in like some sort of deep, dark mood. Because I do know that I kind of sometimes do my eyeshadow based on my mood too, so sometimes I can go a little dark, but not too dark. Alright, so the next shade I'm going to go into is Love Struck. And I'm going to put that on my corner here. And it's the second to the darkest shade when it comes to this side of the palette. Like, LX Queen would be your next darkest. And I actually did not dip into that one. Because I was scared of that shade. It was a little bit too dark for me. I felt like I don't think I could have controlled it. Even using the brushes that I was using. Like my rougher brushes, they really do give me a lot of control. But I just don't think I could have maintained it, to be honest. Which is okay, because, you know, I'm not a pro. But I still want to be able to use a palette, you know? Okay. And then I'm going to go back into that last shadow again and just blend. Sometimes it's, like I said, it is hard for me to do one eye and then the other and get them even, but we're going to try our best. We're just going to try our best. I'm going to go back into Lovesick, and I'm going to take it and run it right on the lash line. I will say I really did enjoy using my rougher brushes with this shadow look, because I think it picked up the shadows well and made it easy for me to blend them and work with them. I don't think that if I grabbed my synthetics, I don't think it would have, to be honest. But I can't say that for sure, you know? And it's a lot of back and forth. Okay. And then I went into Shamood. There's only 2 metallics in this palette. And I just took it on my rougher brush and I patted it on my lid. I didn't spray it. And I mean, like I said, I have no fallout. I had no issues applying it or spreading it or blending it. Okay. Now I did, just because it's me, which you don't have to. So this is all I used out of the palette. This is the look, okay? But I went into my highlighter and I took this shade right here, or my blush, whatever you want to call it. But I took this lighter shade right here and I since it is melt, you know, might as well. And I put that in my inner corner because there's really no light shade in here. And I just need something in my corner that's lighter. Just preference, you know? No more than just preference. Just try to get both sides the same. All right, I think I did it. Okay, and then for my upper lashes, I went with my Lawless, the One and Done for the top lashes. And this is still so very wet of a formula. I really thought by now it'd start to dry out some. It's a spiky brush. And I like it if it just wasn't so wet. But because it's so wet and it's a spiky brush, it scares me. A, I know if I hit myself, it's gonna hurt really bad. B, if I mess up, it's going to be a big mess up. Because it's so wet of a formula. And then for bottom lashes, I use my Kevin Aquan, the Volume Mascara. Also, I know I say this in every video, but I do feel like, again, with these darker looks or, you know, stuff like that, lashes can make the whole look change. One day, I will be able to do false lashes. One day. One day it'll all just click and I'll be like, I can't believe it took me that long to do these. It's not going to be today. Or possibly this year, but one day. I gotta have hope, right? But do you see how dark? Like, I look like it looks vampy. And I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, with this particular shirt, like, I think it really goes, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little tie right here, ties in the front, and like the sleeves are all, like, it kind of goes with the shirt, with the theme that I'm sort of dressed as today. So, like, I don't mind the look. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, how often, how often am I going to wear this look too? You know? I don't know. That's why I'm on the fence with this palette. I kept sitting here thinking, what do I say? Like, because I really don't have anything bad to say. But I think it's just, it's preference more so than ever with this palette. Because I don't think I didn't have an issue as far as like shades, as far as like blending wise, okay? I didn't have that issue. Pigmentation could be an issue if you're a beginner. And the darkness, like not just like the color itself, the pigmentation, but like how very dark it can go could be a problem if you're a beginner, or if it's not quite the look you're going for. But if outside of all of that, like it performs really well, using natural hair brushes. It, I have no fallout. No, I didn't use any kind of, spray or glitter glue or anything like that. It held up well. It's not falling. And obviously, as we all know, I do this eye hours before I do this eye because I don't ever get time to sit down. But, I mean, I think it's just preference, really, is what it boils down to, more so than ever. Like with some palettes, it is preference as far as like color story. This is more preference as far as what you want your look to look, I guess. I mean, I guess they all are in a sense, but I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. I'm doing good, aren't I? But you see, so that's all that matters, really. Without any editing or, you're seeing it as it happened from a beginner. So if you're, depending on where you are, out of a 1 to 10, like I said, I'm probably a 2, and I'm giving that to me. Just giving me a 2, okay? I could possibly be a high 1 even, I don't know. But, I'm not a makeup artist, so that much is for sure, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, I love the look, don't get me wrong. And I guess that's it, can you pull it off too? Like, and I like the look, but is this look gonna wear me, or am I gonna wear this look? I don't know. And I feel like that with every single one of Melt's palettes, actually. But not in the sense of like, oh, it's so bright and colorful and out of here. You know what I mean? This is a neutral look, really. It's just deep and dark and mysterious. And am I that type of person? Not really. I'm more of the girl next door type of person. You know what I mean? But I do think my older daughter, my eldest, could pull this off very well. I don't know. I like it. I mean, I almost love it in a sense of that, deep, like a different side. I don't know. You guys let me know. Have you purchased this palette? Are you thinking about purchasing this palette? Do you think this is a palette that you can work with? The formula is nice. So I have heard issues in the past of like them not being consistent, or it's crumbly and all sorts of things. This is not that. Okay, this is not that. That much I can tell you. I don't know. I think it's just, are you a mysterious, deep, dark person? Do you like that look? That's all I got for you today. Tomorrow I'm going to do the Gemini one, the greener one. See what I come up with there. I do have green eyes, so I'm curious on how that will look on my eyes. That I do wonder that if it will bring them out, or if it's going to be so dark that it's not going to bring them out, in a sense, or if it's all just going to like clash together, because this actually brings my eyes out. So I do like that. If you got green eyes, I think it would be pretty with your eyes. But let me know down in the comments what you think, because I'm stumped, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, that's all I got for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I do upload. I am uploading regularly. And I will see you in my next video for the Gemini 1. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.